For the next 10 days, I took a public spot and offered to wash the feet of anyone who would allow me that honor. The entire castle and many from the surrounding area came in disbelief to see their once ruler now on his hands and knees washing the feet of common people. There were people whom I had mistreated and family members of people whom I had personally tortured, all coming to gaze at this act of humble, unsolicited love. Many of the people were hesitant to approach me in the beginning, but after the shock and the fear wore off, they came in clusters and stood in line for their opportunity to be washed by their one-time prince. I kneeled humbly before each of them and gave the same delicate care to the last as I did to the first. I showed equal, loving care to the poorest as I did to the richest. I did not come just to wash their feet, but also to wash a part of their souls and mine. After the 10th day had passed, I said my goodbyes and started back to the monastery. My heart was full of joy, and my spirit was at peace. The small gesture which I made toward those people had put me even closer to my spirit. I was truly beginning to understand the power of oneness and love. The feeling which came over me during my walk back was the purest I'd felt in that lifetime. Upon my return to the monastery, my new brothers greeted me, and we spoke of the feeling that is experienced in the humble act of giving. What I was feeling is what my new brothers experienced every day of their lives, and I felt honored that I made the choice to be a part of that feeling. I was learning fast that this is the way life could always be, if this is the life that I choose to live. I had been back at the monastery for a little over a week when one of my new brothers came to me and informed me that I had a few visitors. When I followed him to the area of my company, I saw that my successor from the castle and 9 other men who lived as warriors had made a decision to give up the ways of war to try to seek the peace that I had found. I offered 10 days of humble love, and the Spirit rewarded me with 10 souls coming closer to my true spirit. In the beginning, these men had pledged their loyalty to me and vowed to follow me to the death, so I had no idea that I would be leading them to the eternal peace of the Spirit and everlasting life. They all told me that they could not see how they would be able to continue living the way they had when I could walk away from it all so easily. Each of them felt the message which I was radiating from my spirit, and it was a force that each chose not to ignore. My old brothers came together with my new ones to slowly begin learning the ways of the Spirit. We all gave up being the soldiers of the ego to return to our origin of being true soldiers of the light. We no longer fought battles over land or material illusions, now choosing to accept the original mission of learning how to choose the free-flowing ways of the Spirit over the complicated illusions of the ego. The remainder of my life was peaceful and happy, as I soon grew old with my new brothers of peace. I became weak in old age and could not stay much longer in the body of flesh which had been scarred and abused. As the body got weaker, my spirit became strong, leading me from flesh to the power of the light. My brothers from the beginning stayed by my side until the end and learned, as I did, that the Spirit is strong. When the day came for my exit, I was so happy to be reunited with my spirit that I could not wait to leave the mark of that terrible life behind. As I exited the body, my spirit embraced me, and I knew that for a short time I was home, and didn't want to go back to earth as a man because it was such a cruel place to choose to be when the heavenly spirit is so close. During the early part of that life, My eyes had truly seen hell. As I waited in limbo for my next tour of duty, I could see myself in spirit form. And for the first time since walking the earth, I really didn't want to go back to earth after my last walk in the sand as man. I was now learning how the spirit could be what it is after all I had done in the form of my ego.
Wow, I really enjoyed this video. I can't wait to see what's next.